All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from Austin, Texas. My name's Will DeFries. To my left, David Ruff.
Will, I'm happy to be here. I think you know that. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention that I'm feeling a little bit left out, that I'm not out in the bullpen right now because a lot of people are saying it's a mood.
No.
Possibly a vibe.
No, the amount of issues that I have with what's going on in the bullpen at this point, like I could get over this during the wintertime. I could get over this during like those cold fall days. I could understand it during the holidays when you want to cozy up and you want to feel cozy. What's happening going like right now out there? No.
What is it exactly?
The only issue I have with it is that it's not seasonal. But I kind of like the vibe. But since it's a snowy vibe,
no.
Again, people don't know what we're talking about.
Hey, maybe it's just my pedigree. Maybe I'm just, built different because of the Grand X days when you'd walk in the morning, you'd see Dan Regester wearing a tank top. He'd have his shorts rolled up so you could see his quads. And what he would do is he would put on some, EDM music in the morning, cue up chart beat. People would be just absolutely partying. But what we have going on right now is we have Brett Merriman, and he is on his chew grind. And what he's doing is he's playing stock jazz music
on the YouTube with
like a snowy background with like little like illustrations of like coffee cups that are steaming.
Also, it's on our TV, not on his laptop. So it's like the first thing you see when you walk in. It's just this big mood.
Just lo-fi, wintry jazz music. And
it's a typewriter.
And honestly, like this seems like something I would be into, but I just think we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard here.
Bro, it's sneaky Hemingway vibes.
No. Hemingway would be listening to like actual jazz music by like actual artists who like, that people enjoy.
Like not ChatGPT composed jazz.
I feel like a man could get some thinking done in this setting like that, actually. I kind of vibe with it.
No, we need at least a little more energy or at least like a little more flavor here. That's all I'm asking.
You know how it is with me, though, man. The more I think, the more I drink.
Yeah, I've been saying, man, I'm not drinking anymore. But I also ain't drinking any less.
Man, ain't that the truth, though?
So you're just drinking the same amount that you usually drink?
Yep.
He's plateaued, but
yeah, really nothing crazy. Dylan Shivery, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I've actually been a fan of the For You tab on Twitter because I'm seeing things that I otherwise wouldn't, obviously, and some of them I'm into. But over the last couple of weeks, it's turned into a major live leaky type of vibe. I'm looking at like shootings and like street fights, and it's really weird what's happened to my For You tab. I don't know how it went there. It's chosen this content from me.
it sounds similar to that other recommended tab of yours that's also a leaky vibe. On Instagram, I'm talking about, of course.
Leaky vibe on Instagram. What like plumbing, like faucets and stuff?
No, like Leaky, Texas. Remember that one spooky season?
It's Lakey.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody knows that. It's Lakey, Texas. Anyway,
dude, that's my Instagram reels. It's all shitty street fights.
Dude, it's like watch this argument outside a bar turn into a shooting. And
Okay,
it's like then it's like three people laid out on the sidewalk. It's like,
why is that?
I don't watch
that's
this.
just popping up on Twitter?
Yes.
Okay, I get personally aggrieved when I find out that I've been scrolling the For You. I get mad. I'm like, I don't want this. So I've avoided that. But no, my Instagram is more like guy talks, little guy, some guy my size, like mouthing off to a bouncer. Then like he spits at him, and the bouncer just like wrecks him.
He puts him in a coma.
Yeah,
yeah. It's unpleasant.
It is unpleasant.
I'd rather have what you guys have than what my For You tab is looking like on Twitter lately, which is just
like candles and
political arguments everywhere.
Oh,
That's all it is. And like I don't want it.
Typewriter.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Elon's got to figure his shit out.
Like
he's losing me.
I don't want Twitter for politics. I want Twitter for really dumb tweets. I want Twitter for like arguments about like candles and shit. Like whoever just said that. Like that sounds lit,
dude. You have to personally subscribe to Elon for exclusive memes. Exclusive memes.
We need to be careful.
You see the Twitter subscription thing? It's like a paywall situation.
I haven't really looked into it. I just know that they're saying that Elon's going to post exclusive memes.
I don't need his shit.
Yeah, what I know about Twitter is that any feature that they unroll currently is probably not something we're gonna have to worry about long term.
I feel like every day there's a new feature, or
They need
they've
to bring
tweaked
fleets
something.
back.
No,
Tommy lad.
fleets were the worst.
Fleets was so pointless.
Fleets. You get it because they're fleeting.
You got a fleet fetish?
They're here and then they're gone. They're fleeting.
Dude, Dave's trying to put a lot of horny on you today.
Oh, big fucking surprise. Horny Dave.
I can't put horny on my buddy.
Get your horny off me, dog.
You're my buddy. I can't put horny on you.
We're
Put it
buds.
on me. Let's put it on each other.
I'm not going to return the horniness.
Fleet.
I'm not going to return volley.
I forgot about fleets.
Yeah, it made me want to unfollow people who were fleeting.
I didn't want to unfollow anyone that was fleeting, but I definitely lost respect when fleets started going down. I was like, you're too good for this. You don't need to be fleeting right now.
Credit to Twitter for pulling the plug on it, at
I
least.
don't think I ever looked at a fleet. I mean, I probably looked at one, but I never had the compulsion to
Well-
go just press that little button.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because the idea of fleets is that you post something that is like, in the moment and quick, and then you keep scrolling, you go by it. And that's the entire basis of Twitter.
I was about to say, Twitter is a fast moving, like it's very quick. You see a tweet and then it's gone. So
But now
A
they've got
fleet.
the algorithm on Twitter that's like the exact same thing as like Reels and stuff, where you're just scrolling. I don't do it. The only thing I actually scroll like that is TikTok at this point, and I hardly even use that. That's a straight up sitting down in the bathroom move for me at this point. Nothing. TikTok, no. That's between me and the toilet.
I bet your TikTok is so horny.
No, I think you'd be shocked. I think you. No, I don't, actually, I'd say I think you'd be shocked, but I don't think you'd be very shocked by what my TikTok is.
Soccer.
It's just like soccer, people getting dressed, and like fucking
That's you.
yeah. I like those relaxing pages where they have like industrial machines crushing stuff. You guys ever go down these wormholes?
No.
Oh, it's great. It's just like an industrial like press, and then they put a bunch of Skittles down there, and suddenly you just see Skittles getting crushed, and it's really satisfying to watch. Highly recommend. Randy knows what I'm talking about. But Randy watches like AI tentacles get crushed. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's
Randy-
much different.
He watches
Disgusting.
a different kind of crush film.
You're filth, Randy.
Can you speak to what I'm talking about, Randy? Have you
No,
ever gone down
not
this?
after that. I'm not gonna come defend you.
That's understandable. I take back the tentacle crush.
Okay, then yes, it's like a big hydraulic press that has like holes in the middle.
Highly recommend.
Ever seen them do it with like candles and stuff?
Like make candles or crush candles?
Crush candles. So like
Yeah,
the
I
wax,
see.
like-
I'm really someone who stands candles and doesn't like them getting hurt. So seeing them getting crushed is kind of painful for me.
He's like to see candles get hurt.
Wait till you get to the
Facts.
industrial shredder type stuff.
Really?
Damn.
Is that like damn?
Wheel- like
did the guy from
wheelbarrows.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sell out?
Is that the final boss?
He got an actual job, stopped living in the subway.
Yeah. He's like, I can't beat these 4 turtles, man. I got to find something else. I got to pivot. Now he's works for Ernst & Young. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's just a thing.
Yeah, I
They're
don't.
pretty big.
Yeah, they work for TPCTA.
Shredder got in with Goldman,
Mm-hmm.
Wealth Management.
Mm-hmm. They made him shave his beard though.
You understand Shredder?
It's a good gig if you can get it. Yeah,
Shredder was
I know who
scary.
Shredder
He was a
is.
scary fucker, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was scary.
He'd shred you. That was the thing about
I
him.
know. I didn't fuck with him.
He killed Splinter.
Don't say that, man. The
Dang.
big rat.
I don't know how.
Well,
If
Splinter
there's
killed
one thing
him.
I don't remember about the Ninja Turtles, it's the logistics of everything.
Yeah, I think Splinter actually killed him
Who
or tried to. I don't know.
who was friends with Casey Jones?
Yes, he was the very unstable character who just walked around like Central Park or wherever they were with like every piece of sports equipment. He had a bag full like hockey stick, golf club, baseball bat, probably the Dude Perfect slingshot, boomerangs, and like it was just his weapon of choice. Whatever tickled his fancy that day.
Just a jock. That's what he is.
He just had a little bit of everything. Also, just kind of a Sting ripoff. Maybe Sting was a ripoff of him.
But were they also doing a ripoff of Grateful Dead? Casey Jones being the name? Lot of moving parts here for the Ninja Turtles people.
I totally get that reference.
Let's talk about it.
It's one of their. It's probably if you went to their Spotify right now, Dylan, it would probably be in the top 5 most popular songs that they
Okay.
have. Yeah.
Yeah, they badassified him in their cartoons.
He was pretty tight.
But like in the movie, the original movie, it's like, dude, this is just some guy. This guy's got a hockey stick. There's
Yeah.
a way to beat this guy.
Yeah. Why is Dan Cortez playing hockey with a bunch of turtles right now?
He did look like Dan Cortez.
Before we totally lose Dylan in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles talk, let's get some official biz out of the way. I'm not going to read a Will's 5-star review today because everyone knows that happens on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do it today. It's
Yeah,
Monday.
Will's 5-star review of the week. It debuts last week, and it's going to be re-debuting this week on Wednesday. So please go get your review in. 5 stars only. You can leave another one, but like that's not going to get read because it's Will's 5-star review of the week. People understand this.
Right.
Yeah. First and foremost, tomorrow we're doing exactly 5 minutes beyond the paywall. Every Tuesday we're doing an episode. Free 14-day trials going on for new patrons. Just go sign up on Patreon. Let us earn your business. That's what we're good at. Be careful though. Once you sign up, you know we're going to earn that business. We're going to get you through that loading phase, which is exactly 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
Thursdays, we're doing listener voicemails, 888-618-4422. Again, 888-618-4422. Get in, get out, be tactical. Last Friday, we did a special Coffee Friday episode. We're going to sprinkle some Coffee Fridays in the coming weeks.
Okay, just keep going.
Do it.
No.
Do it. Do the thing.
It's still early
Do
days.
the thing. Do the thing. It's a good callback for the early listeners.
What thing?
The coming weeks.
Oh.
YouTube.com/circling back. Go watch every episode. And of course, go to washmedia.shop to shop any merch that we have. But without further ado, it's time.
Dude, it's been so long since we've done that bit that I was thinking, does Jessica Simpson drop? That's like where my mind goes.
Oh, was
now.
it the wedding weeks?
Yeah.
I honestly
Yeah. It's been a
couldn't
minute.
pull it. Wow. Look at us. We grew up
No.
right before your
No.
eyes, your ears.
Some
You were the
call it
horniest-
grow up.
we didn't.
Some say we're losing our fastball.
You're
No.
getting hornier as the days go on. So what does that say about you?
I've got good
You're
teeth.
not
His,
growing
yeah,
up.
his testosterone therapy is working.
Yeah, I'm on TRT. That's why I'm so yoked.
It's time to recap this weekend in fun presented by our friends over at Early Bird CBD. Early Bird gummies, if you're not familiar with them, are a recreational hemp product that contain 2.5 milligrams of natural THC and around 12.5 milligrams of CBD in each gummy. These are formulated for fun and to make you feel good. We all use these. I had one last night. My wife decided she needed to go to work last night. She didn't decide. They decided for her.
Right.
And she was working call last night. And I thought, you know what? Sounds great right before this Succession episode. One single Early Bird CBD. I took it. Tasted good. Chilled me out. I'm going to do it again.
Brittany took one last night and was just giggling. She had the giggles.
These things are delightful.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I can't. Every time I meet someone new, I'm like, "What? Early Bird? Are you in on it yet?" They're like, "No," and then I get them in on it.
I feel cool for like being one of the first in my non-online friend group to try them. So I've spread the word, and now they're hitting me up for promo codes. They like it that much.
I'm going to local Austin establishments left and right, and I'm just seeing these things for sale, and it makes me happy. It makes me know that they're doing well. It makes me know that people stand behind the products as much as we do, which is a lot. They're one of the original advertisers on Circling Back, so you know we love these guys. They've also got something special coming up for 420 this week with a little collaboration with a local Austin artist. So be on the lookout for that. I'm sure we'll be helping them out with that. Go make it happen right now. Use Backer on earlybirdcbd.com for 20% off of everything at the store. Again, that's code Backer. If you have not used this code before, congratulations. You get to use it. Load up that card. It's a single-use code only. Again, earlybirdcbd.com. Code Backer. Dylan, what'd you get into this weekend?
Ooh, thanks for asking, Will. Pretty low-key weekend, actually. Didn't do a ton. I did go to Home Slice again. Played the old Zaw card.
At this
Friday.
point, do you even have a card?
On Friday.
You're kind of just
I
living
played
out
it.
there.
Yeah, did you get special clearance from the powers that be in order to go use it since you were kind of on probation?
Must have missed that call. Hold on.
Yeah, did you get any reports or any requests laid on during the weekend?
Didn't actually. Oh,
Mm.
that's fine. I hope it was worth it. It was a good Zaw. Did you enjoy it?
It's always good Zaw at home slice, man.
Dude, you're a man on the run right now. I like it.
When you go there, do you get a full pie or are you just kind of doing your own slices?
Full pie. What are you from New York? No one calls it a pie down here.
I feel like pie's in play. It's a pie play.
It's the proper terminology, but no one down here says pie.
What do you
Unless
call
you're
it?
from New York.
Just a pizza?
pizza.
Huh.
It's true. It's a thing.
You're dodging the question.
I got a caprese salad. They do a fantastic one, believe it or not.
We don't care about that.
And
no
then
offense.
and then Brittany and I shared a double pepperoni, medium Zaw. Yeah, it went hard, real hard. And I had a glass of
14-inch
wine.
pie, 16.
A glass of wine. I don't
New
know.
York style.
I don't know. 14.
It's a perfect pie for 2 people.
It is. Saturday, big day, actually. I know I said I didn't do much. That's kind of a lie. Parks had a soccer game. They took another L, unfortunately, but he had a blast.
Okay.
And then
Unnecessary.
Saturday afternoon, we went to the Texas football spring game.
Oh.
Got to see a little Arch in action.
How'd that go? I watched some highlight tape on Twitter.
Dylan, the reason I texted you and asked you how he looked, our mutual friend in another group text was talking about it. He goes, "Yeah, I heard Arch sucked ass." You know exactly what I'm talking about.
There's like some Twitter chatter about him not playing. He's 17 years old.
They're already writing him off.
Yeah, he's literally 17
Kid just
years
doesn't
old.
have it, man.
He made a couple of nice throws, but he's also running with like the third string O-line. Anyway, yeah, he didn't look great, but again, I think he'll have time to develop.
Is that where you got the sun?
As he's supposed to still be in high school.
It was a sunny Saturday.
Yeah, I did get some sun out there. It was really, really hot, actually. We didn't stay
Wait.
for the full game.
Wait, so him playing against like cupcake teams all high school didn't prepare him well for college football at the age of
Yeah,
17?
I think it's a little early to
Oh.
write off the 17-year-old quarterback.
No. I think we should just take his stock now.
He's supposed to still be in high school, believe it or not. Anyway, we had a blast, man. I had more fun than Parks. He was really hot, complaining about being hot. So
Do they sell beer at that kind of thing?
They do.
Nice.
I mean,
You know,
have.
you know, I didn't have any beers. I had a water because it was really hot. You know who I did see who had 2 beers in his hand as he was walking up the aisle was
Quinn Ewers.
Killshot.
Kill shot.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was too far away for me to shout him out. I would everyone had to look at me like, "What are you doing, you weirdo?" So
Why'd you yell kill shot?
I watched him
across
from a
the
distance.
crowd?
He was doing his thing, man. He had 2 Carbach Love Streets just stacked up on top
Yeah.
of each other. He's holding them
Yeah.
frat style, you know,
Yeah, me and my brother were drinking
double
Carbach.
stack with one hand.
I saw he posted a photo, and I wondered if y'all had crossed paths.
I saw him.
Good.
Yeah. So shout out Killshot. Hopefully you hear this. Sunday, just chill, man. Just mega chill. Didn't do much. Laid low. Low key weekend.
Got to give some love to Carbach Lager. The Mexican lager is very good. That's all.
Okay.
Even though I know it's a Houston thing, they're big Astros proponents. That's great. They make a good beer.
Dude, I think Carbach, honestly, pound for pound, one of my favorite breweries in Texas.
They do a
The
good
fact
job.
that their most popular beer is the Love Street, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I'm not a big Love Street
Dude,
guy.
I don't like it. I think overall, it's seriously one of my favorites, and I don't understand how that is their most popular beer. Every time I get it, I'm like, I wish I would have gotten something else. Everything else is better.
yeah,
They do some some things around the holidays, David. Ooh wee.
yeah. Imagine you're just out there in the bullpen. You got some jazz playing. You got a typewriter, and you
Mhm.
just got a holiday edition Carbach sitting right there
Mm-hmm.
next to your Bing Bong.
2 cups of espresso.
Yeah, someone's getting some work done.
Mm. They're writing a novel.
Does Brett just nap when we're out there? When we're in here recording and he's alone out there? Is he napping on the couch right now, just listening to fucking lo-fi jazz music?
This is probably his favorite time of day when we're all in here all together and he's out there alone. Just,
Yeah,
you know.
You guys, sometimes I will come in here, like I'll forget to do something on like a weekend, and I'll come in for like an hour on like a Sunday morning to just like do it. It's easier to do it on this computer. You would be so much happier with what I'm doing in here, with musically speaking, than what Brett's doing in here right now.
You got some dead and
Dude, I'm just letting it. I'm letting it rip. I might have anything going, dude. You might walk in here, you might see just Van Morrison, like some vintage performance rocking out.
By the way, are you enjoying your new record player?
I am. One of the speakers, unfortunately, has broken, which is not ideal. But the company that I'm dealing with here has been nothing but understanding.
Ooh, that little crackle, you know, when that thing starts
when the
spinning.
needle hits.
Ooh,
Did you blow your speaker out?
Honestly, I don't know what happened. Not sure. I haven't really tested the actual volume of the speakers to its max yet. And so it might have just been a faulty thing, but they're replacing it. I'm happy about that, and I've been happy with everything.
You let Fritz get a hold of your Blank Dude Ranch album?
Did you guys
Put it
catch?
on?
Did you guys catch Blink's performance at Coachella?
Dude, I somehow missed that.
No. Did they sound okay?
Disliking Blink doesn't make you cool, Dylan. Disliking Blink does not make you cool. I want to put that out there. They're very popular.
Hey,
I know.
is it going to be the same set? There's no way you could know the answer to this, but do you think it'll be the same set as when they play here?
Dave, there's no way I would know the answer to that.
Because if not, I'm gonna watch. Can I watch it? They streamed it, right? I could go watch it.
I believe it was one of their first, if not their first, performance all back together since everything at Coachella. And from what I took away from that performance, we would be very happy with that set list. There's a couple songs that we can look at and say, hey, these are beer songs. Let's go get a beer. But overall, I think we're gonna be very happy with how it goes. They sounded good.
Good.
You know, as good as they do sound. They're widely panned for being a little reckless when they're playing live. Maybe not knowing some parts of the songs.
That's okay. It's bar chords mainly. It all kind of sounds the same.
I would love to get Tom DeLonge on a podcast that features noted segment The Space Bar with Dylan Shivery.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We could really turn the tide with you and Blink-182.
I'd become a Blink guy if I got to chop it up with him about some space shit.
Our friends Jake and TC at the It's Just Banter podcast turned me on to the Tom Stevo podcast. Stevo had Tom on like a year ago.
Is it better than the Rogan performance?
It's much better. The Rogan one is one of the worst pieces of audio ever. It's saying a lot if I bailed on it because I really like Tom. But it's good. It's Steve-O and they're talking aliens. You get to find out what he thinks. Where it's just bizarre when you really think
they're
about
out
it.
there, man?
Yeah, what are they?
Yeah, dude.
Steve-O.
Yeah,
That's fucking rad.
Do you guys have any ultra rights this weekend?
Yeah, dude.
Or should I say how many ultra rights?
No, I've been sober for years.
Thank you for reading.
Yeah.
That's annoying. That's an annoying voice for me to do. I'm sorry.
Yeah. How many ultra rights do you have this weekend, Dave?
I'm glad you asked, Will. I didn't have any. It turns out that I can't afford $20 per six pack. It wasn't in the budget.
That's elitist beer, in my opinion.
Yeah, but can you really put a price on completely 100% woke-free beer?
Yeah, I you can.
Okay.
All my life, I've searched for a beer that was both hard right and 100% woke free.
Yeah.
And we found it. Guys, I'm just going to get out ahead of it. I teased this on Twitter last night. It was a very, very taco-filled weekend for your boy Dave here. I ate a lot of tacos.
I ate a lot of tacos too, David. When I started counting my tacos last night, when I saw your tweet, I'm excited to see how this pans out.
I'm not saying that I ate the most tacos, but here's what happened. And this is the best part. All part of the same transaction. What? How? Let me tell you. My neighbor Nick hit me with this carnitas recipe. And it may shock you to learn that I've never actually made carnitas. It's not a thing that I had in the bag. However, he sent me this recipe from a guy. He's like you probably heard of him. He's like a food scientist type, but he's got a good recipe. You get like a 3-pound pork shoulder. It's all done in the oven. Then you boil it. You make your own tomatillo sauce with some of the liquid, the fat, all that. Did it. About a 5-hour deal. Was very proud of myself. Had a very productive Saturday. Had a couple beers. They were not ultra right. I didn't research to see where the CEO had donated, but we'll do that later. Anyway, from about 5:45 on Saturday until about 5:30 last night, 24-hour period-ish, roughly, estimate. People are saying that I had 12 carnitas tacos. Dinner, Saturday night. Lunch, Sunday. Dinner, Sunday night. We are no longer in possession of the carnitas. It's gone.
So you had 4 tacos per sit.
I was going to say 3 meals, 12 tacos. That's 4 per meal.
Correct.
Were these Little Johns?
I'm gonna need Alyssa to call in here. I'm gonna need Alyssa to confirm this number.
Who's doing 4 tacos a meal?
Oh, that's because they're not fully loaded.
Oh,
Now, they're relatively
did
street
you hear what he
tacos.
said?
I mean, that's what the recipe calls
Those look
for.
delightful.
That's a good looking
Hey,
taco, Dave.
I'm gonna share. I don't want
Those
to
look
be.
delightful.
I don't like being the guy who's like, oh hey, please try this recipe, but I'm about to be. I think it turned out so much better than I thought. I was like for sure like these were gonna be mid. We're gonna have to like put a bunch of sauce on them. The carnitas by itself, you didn't even have to do it like this. Are really good. I was so happy with it. I was texting another group. Nobody cared, but
Is your Traeger back in biz?
no, this was all oven,
Oh,
which is the dope thing.
Wow.
Shred it up. You stuff in like just a little oven
damn.
pan.
Call
Is
you,
that- is that
call
what
you
they're calling
shredder, dog.
Shredder?
For the first time, I was at Whole Foods asking where the tomatillos were. You know where the tomatillos are over there? You have to husk them.
Yeah, dude, for
toss 'em
sure.
in. I didn't realize what a tomatillo was. Anyway,
I'm not sure I know what it is. Is it pepper?
it's
Oh,
like
yeah, they're-
it's like a tiny green tomato.
Yeah, they look like little green tomatoes covered in leaves.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
so good though. So good.
How about that?
So good.
So yeah, I did. I just wanted you guys to be aware that I did have 12 of these, and gotta say, last night started feeling it a little bit. Like maybe my body was like, "Yo, dude, you gotta mix in something else." Like we like what you're doing. That's cool that you made this, but a little variety because the tum tum's gonna flare up if you do any more. Luckily, we're out, but I will be doing this again. But I can't guarantee that I'll ever hit 12 again. 12 is just it's a PR for me.
People forget that I ate 12 Jack in the Box tacos before a high school baseball game one time.
People also forget that you once ate 37 hard-boiled eggs at Jason's Deli for lunch one day.
Yes.
No
I
one
was
talks
witness to it. I was witness to that.
Yeah, it was a wild day.
Those look delightful, Dave. Those
Thank
look
you.
pretty much right up the alley of my perfect street taco.
SeriousEats.com is where the recipe comes from.
Yeah, that sounds pretty serious.
These eats
Nah, dude. I like my eats. I like my eats to be a little more joking,
hilarious.
banter
eats.
filled.
What else did I do? My son had commandeered the TV to watch. He's back. He's in on Bluey now. He's on his Bluey bullshit, which is great. So I just pretty much watched golf on my laptop. I was going back between golf and playoffs, and I was like, I don't even want to fight. I'm not even gonna like. He could do it. I'm just in here.
Damn. Yeah,
Doing
offered
the-
you.
He did. That's how it is. He busted out the golf cart again, though, that his grandparents bought him for Christmas or something. Anyway, it was a fun weekend. Didn't really get out much, but I had a good time. Had a total of 6 beers. 6 beers, Dylan.
That's cool, man. Yeah, sixer.
Yeah.
1999. 1999.
God, what's a keg cost? Keg of
Well,
Ultra
you'd have
Red.
to ask Brett, but you won't get an actual answer because Brett gets discounts from
His
the
guy
keg
can get
yeah.
it at cost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What'd you do?
If I was to ask you guys, hey, do you guys want to go to Matt's El Rancho tonight? It's Friday night, busy. You anticipate that? What time would you say? All right, let's beat the rush completely. Let's beat the rush. What time
big's the
should we
group?
go? What time should we go?
5:15.
Before 5:30. And honestly, like 5:15.
I've got some bad news for people of Austin, Texas. The rules no longer apply.
no.
The rules no longer apply. What we're dealing with here is on a scale that we've never seen before. The
Oh,
parking
no.
lot situation at Matt's El Rancho has become a significant problem. They simply can't handle the amount of cars that are there anymore, and I think it's for numerous reasons. I think one, not enough people are carpooling. This doesn't just fall on the establishment themselves. This falls on everybody. Two, they've cut off too much of the parking lot for valet.
Ooh.
This is a symptom of just what Austin's becoming. I don't know if every Tex-Mex spot needs a valet. I don't know if that's necessary. I also don't need it. I also don't know if you need to cut off that much. Maybe just say the valet is full.
Their parking lot is tricky, especially if you go at the wrong time.
If you were trying to park your car at 5:22 p.m., meanwhile, you've already dropped the people off in your car to go get a table. You've already sent
Oh.
them in.
I know this move.
5:22, not happening. Not happening. You're either parking on the grass or you have to park across the street next to a Sonic where your
Oof.
car might get broken into because you might have a pair like some golf clubs in there.
No place hops like Sonic.
Dude, terrible. Terrible. Just wanted to put that out there. That's a PSA for anyone out there. You got to get
Also-
there before 5 o'clock.
Also, not talked about enough. They have a number of spots that are way too tiny. Like they have a number of like compact. They're not labeled
That
for
whole
compact cars.
section back there is for like not even compact cars, like for golf carts almost.
I
It's
can
so
usually
small.
fit my car into any parking spot. The only time that I can't do it is when one, someone parks like a dumbass, or two, someone decides to bring their Ford F-350 extended cab to the parking lot and then
Someone's
park
got-
like an absolute asshole.
Someone's got their H2 back
You know,
there.
I can fit my car in pretty much any parking spot there, but it's going to be tight. You might have to go climb through the passenger side to get into the driver's side at some point. Just putting it out there.
Sorry
It's
to
tough,
hear, man.
dude. It's tough.
So did you find a spot?
I parked across the street from said Sonic.
Oh my god, dude, how beaten were you? Did
I've
you
never-
think about bailing?
I've never done that there, ever. Like,
Dude,
I've always found a spot. I've always sometimes I've had a circle for a few minutes, but
there
I've
was a whole
always-
community of drifters with me, just walking from different locations around South Lamar, just walking with me to the restaurant.
How long was the wait?
I talked to a nice young lady. Well, they told us it was going to be about 20 to 30 minutes. An hour later, we got sat down. They have a traffic problem.
How
at
big
this
was your
point.
group?
4 adults, 3 kids.
Hmm.
Thought
Sorry to hear,
515 was the number, man. But we will endure. Had a great meal there when it was all said and done. Shout out to Dylan Shivery for putting this on my radar. But I did, in fact, eat some shrimp enchiladas with some Sweezes sauce. They used to
Ooh.
call that the Dylan when I would roll in there.
They did,
He doesn't get that as much these days because he gets things poncho
I'm
style.
on my poncho style shit right now.
I also went back yesterday with noted friend of the podcast, Michael Weiner. We went there. A waitress came to our table with a bunch of food. We had yet to order our entrees, and she started to say, like, who had this? I look over and I said, oh, someone hit him with the poncho style. She looked over at me like, yeah, they did.
That's a good call out, man.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I was
I'm
happy
teaching
about
you
that.
guys.
So yeah, I went to Matt's twice this weekend. That's really all I did. Saturday, it was a day. A lot of people were asking, Will, we know that you ate at a seafood restaurant. Did you get a seafood tower? No, I got vetoed. But you know what I did do? I had my first cheeseburger since going pescatarian. And I'm happy to report to everybody, I fucking miss him.
It's hard to beat a cheeseburger.
I ain't
man.
going to be avoiding them. I ain't eating any more, but I ain't eating any less.
Cheeseburgers are they're kind of perfect.
I also have a take on the very thin fries, Dylan.
Ooh.
I think they have a place in time once every year. And I think I got it out of my system, but I was enjoying them the other day. I was just piling those things
They
into my
taste
mouth.
good.
Yeah, they did.
They're just so fucking hard to eat.
It's the rosemary.
The rosemary is delightful on them.
The rosemary that's mixed in with that's a nice touch.
You either got to like, pile them together like a bunch of sticks and pick them up with your fist,
That's what I was doing.
or you got to use a fork or something.
Your boy was fisting them.
Hell yeah, fist those zaddies.
I miss the good old days when getting vetoed meant your nephew like put like a cherry bomb in the toilet you were using for his prank show.
Oh, Don, you're talking Don Vito.
Yeah, your nephew like told you he was gonna get you a massage, but really it was a tattoo parlor, and you end up with like a wiener on your back or something. Like, okay,
Yeah, that's good.
I know I used to feel bad for Don Vito when he would get dunked on, but then once we found
Yeah.
out he was like on AIM with like
Not the best guy.
not a great look.
some younger people, humans of that nature.
Some younger. That's a nice way of putting it. Some younger people.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't do shit. I just ate a bunch of tacos like my man Dave. Dave did snipe me though. I came up with my taco number. It was 8.
But
need-
it's
I was
hard to
eating
beat.
tinier tacos, probably.
It's hard
Also
to beat
corn.
12.
Corn tortillas, for the record.
I was your boy's a bottomless pit this weekend.
Did you pack a lunch for work today? You got
finished it all.
You got 4.
Why
more
didn't
in
you
there?
hit us with the
Oh.
gift of carnitas, dude?
I will do that. I promise. I will make more carnitas. I'm gonna do it again. I'll
okay.
fucking do it again.
I get it. The fact that you ate it all makes me happy. But if you ever make gumbo again and I see it showing up at people's doorsteps, I'm gonna feel personally slighted.
Yeah, the gumbo is kind of difficult.
You know what's not difficult? Making the decision to put your health first. And we've all done that using Nutrafol.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to choose between better hair and better health. There's a holistic solution for men that promotes both healthier hair and whole body wellness. Of course, I'm talking about one of our favorite sponsors, Nutrafol. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, clinically shown to improve your hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. Nutrafol's hair growth nutraceuticals, they go beyond genetics, and they multi-target the root causes of thinning hair, which include, but are not limited to, stress, hormones, nutrition, metabolism, aging, and even lifestyle through whole body health.
I'm a big Nutrafol guy. I've been taking it now for probably 4 or 5 months in a row.
Honestly, I think you're underselling how long you've been taking it for.
Noticeable difference in my hair, and honestly, just how I feel. It makes me even feel better. The wife has noticed the hair thickening, and I feel really great about it. I will continue to take it.
There might be someone out there that are like, Zoinks, Scooby, he's already seeing results in 4 months?
That's a very specific person.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Shaggy. It was Shaggy.
That's why his hair's so shaggy.
Shaggy. This is Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, not Shaggy from It Wasn't Me.
Right.
Yeah, that one. But yeah, like I said, Dylan, like in a clinical study, men show progressive improvement in hair growth and thickness after 3 and 6 months. So this makes sense.
Yeah.
Last time I went to the dermatologist, I saw they had this. They were selling Nutrafol. Dermatologists, they love it.
I've told you an uptick in the libido as well, which like I'm sharing personal anecdotes here I'm not going to get full in an anecdote, but
Right, we get it.
yeah,
We could draw conclusions.
It does help there as well if that's something that you desire. I'm just saying.
Just putting it out there.
If you're into that.
It comes with bonus libido is what I'm saying.
Sprinkle a little bonus libido on there. Don't mind if I do.
Hey.
Like Dave said, it's at his dermatologist office, and if it's at his, I know that it's at mine as well. Nutrafol is also trusted by and recommended by more than 3,000 top doctors. You can throw thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering promo code CIRCLING to save $10 off your first month subscription. This offer is only available to U.S. customers for a limited time, plus free shipping on every order. Get $10 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. Promo code CIRCLING. Last night, we had Succession, Season 4, Episode 4, called Honeymoon States. I had some concerns about how this episode would follow up on one of the more shocking episodes we've ever seen of Succession. If you are a Succession person, you haven't watched the episode yet, go to our notes in this description of the episode and move forward.
Yeah, I was wondering if this episode was going to be just about, the sad passing of Logan and funeral kind of stuff. But there was obviously they're at his wake, but they got straight into business as well, which you kind of love to see from that family.
Oh yeah. I thought this was good. I also had reservations or just thoughts like, okay, this might be like kind of maybe they'll do like a meta episode or a concept episode where it's just Kendall and it started out like that. And then you quickly get the power
episode.
vacuum.
Dylan loves a bottle episode.
A bottle episode, if you will.
Yeah,
Dylan
I
might
sure
quit
do.
watching the show if that happens.
I did get back on my lasso shit, for the record.
Damn, they roped you back in?
Yeah.
The power vacuum, that's good. Lasso,
Oh,
roped you back in.
I get it. That's good.
It's this Logan had to die for this season to go from good to great.
I still maintain that maybe Logan should have died like a season ago. Because this is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting to actually see things in motion.
At least they did it episode 3 of a 10-season final season. 10-episode final season.
Here's the thing.
Sorry.
I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied.
I've got 6 epis left.
I know. But they're still just kind of teasing us by anointing 2 people right now. I get that's kind of what they had to do in order to, allow this intrigue to keep going. But I want to see the origin story of whoever is about to go absolutely nuclear.
Yeah, but this is an interim role. So,
Yeah.
there's still a CEO to be named.
They should have. I think it would have been more entertaining had they made the interim person be someone that these 3 can still gun for the entire time. I want it to be Frank or something.
Don't underestimate these writers.
Why
and
do I
how-
like Frank so much?
and their ability to pull it
I
all
like
together?
I like every single one of the people that is in the C-suite. I think they're all entertaining in their own respect because they're all just corporate assholes who are fending for themselves. It's
Dude,
great.
When Tom threw his name in the ring, and then was it which one was it who was like, well, if someone were to say why you shouldn't be named CEO, this might be it.
Was it Carl?
I think it was Carl.
Dude,
And
you know what
just
he did?
absolutely eviscerated Tom.
You know, the first thing I thought of when he did that was like one of the final Love Island challenges where Shaq told Ron what the public might say.
Yeah.
Why he and
Then after
Lana.
That's good though. It's good. It's a good framing. I like that.
Yeah.
after Carl just completely just torpedoed him, Tom just goes, Jesus, Carl.
Tom's in the hurt locker.
If
dude.
I'm Tom in that situation, though, I'm looking at him and I'm being like, yeah, well, you've worked your ass off for the last 40 years for this country or for this company. And all I had to do was, marry Shiv. And I'm kind of in the same running as you are right now. So you can fuck off.
Also, Shiv is pregnant.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In real life as well during this.
She had it already though, right? Oh yeah, they filmed this while ago.
Yeah, she was pregnant IRL and in the story of the show.
So Tom has no clue,
Right.
right?
Right.
Okay.
And she clearly doesn't know how she feels about it yet. She didn't receive that news very warmly.
She didn't receive anything warmly during yesterday's episode.
She's going through it.
What do we think about the little addendum, the document at issue that we never really got a full accounting for? It looked like there might have been some tomfoolery, maybe going to go down, but I don't think they did anything. Made me wonder, and I don't think this is the case, but remember when Tom told Greg, he goes, Logan's got this place wired up. Like there's cameras in every room. Wonder if that could come back into play.
I don't think about that.
Maybe they could go back.
think
Tom
someone-
was fucking with Greg.
I think it's
realize
possible
that.
someone other than Logan doctored that or made the markings on it.
Well, the way they reacted to it, the way Carl, they were all kind of like Carl and Frank, like, yeah, what do we do with this?
If I'm Kendall, I'm walking into that room, I'm grabbing that piece of paper, and I'm saying, all right, I'll see you guys later. You'll hear from my lawyers. I'm going to be the CEO in the next week.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. Find something more current than this. I'm CEO.
Dude, I'm kind of stoked that him and Stewie are potentially back.
We needed more. I've always been in the camp that we need more Stewie in this show.
Stewie's tight,
Like
dude.
whenever Stewie's there, shit starts moving and shit starts getting hot and fun.
Stewie's like the one guy I want to hang out with in this show.
I think Stewie makes Kendall Kendall's already for me one of the best characters, not just in the show, but just in television in general for me. When Stewie's in the mix, Kendall becomes a different person, and that's a great thing. He's so much more fun when Stewie's around.
Yeah. Yeah.
His name's Stewie.
Yeah, he's kind of great. We got to talk about Marcia and Carrie a bit. And Willa, actually. Willa's comments to Marcia were pretty great. Marcia, first of all, where has she been?
That's what everyone's been wondering.
Just on the phone with Logan.
They had made a comment earlier in the season that she'd kind of been like haven't heard from her in a while.
Okay, on the phone with Logan. Of course, maybe you can verify that with call logs, right? But that sounded like it was a bullshit. Like she was just making that up to be like, no, I'm actually still very much a part of his life.
Yeah, she's trying to get that bag.
Yeah.
Now it sounds like she's getting about $60.3 million or whatever she's getting.
Didn't take kindly to Carrie.
I've always viewed her as a potential existential threat to Logan and the family. And it just always seems like there was something she was up to. Like she was smart. She handled her business. But then when Carrie comes in, the Carrie scene, that was sad. That was sad. She got poured out right there in front of everybody.
I would have felt worse for her if she didn't suck. But unfortunately, she sucks.
Literally.
Yeah. She wants the bag.
You got no right to it.
She says that
That bag
what
ain't
if she's
yours.
saying like check with the lawyers and Logan may have said something.
Yeah. I think he amended that will.
That's a Hail
Trust?
Mary.
Probably not.
That's a Hail Mary saying, can you talk to the lawyers?
Yeah.
I got news. If there were some papers up there in that office that said, explicitly stated what he wished would happen, they're gone if they in any way benefited Carrie. Because Marsha's not letting that shit happen.
Roman being appointed, whatever. What are we calling this? Co-CEO.
Co-CEO.
Yeah, he's the COO.
Interim.
Roman getting the nod here. Either of them getting the nod is ridiculous. But like Roman should not be getting. He should not be getting this treatment.
Who looks better on paper for CEO, Roman or Kendall? Because we know Kendall. Everybody knows Kendall's baggage. They don't know. The public doesn't obviously know about the
death.
the dude who died, but like his rehab and drug problems and stuff.
I don't know.
I don't think Roman's built for it.
No.
I think Roman deep down is like a kind of a softie, and I think all of his like stuff is rooted from insecurity, whereas Kendall, I think, is, as we're gonna find out, I think if
I actually had to give like an actual take here, I would just probably offer that none of them are ready for it, but I just simply want Kendall. This is like me talking about Casey in Love Island. I might not think that Casey's the best person, but I still want him in the mix so I can laugh. That's how I feel about Kendall.
Yeah.
Like Kendall should not be CEO of any company, let alone like one of the biggest media conglomerates in the world.
He's a disaster.
But like at the same time, that's exactly who I want it to be. I thought Shiv should have fought a little harder to be like, no, I'll be the other person.
It's like she was
Fuck
okay
you,
with
Roman.
it, though.
She should have been, I think.
Yeah.
They are right. Like she really hasn't had much to do with the company at all. And she's always been the person who's been most visibly like maybe out. She's always been working with those politicians. She's always been doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Connor just making an offer on the house.
What?
Like during the wake
Mhm.
to Marcia, who I guess Marcia gets the house?
Are we still doing? Are we still doing spit shakes?
I don't know.
You said you're only doing
63
spit
million.
roasts these days, right?
63 mil.
It's a lot. It's not legally binding, is it?
A spit handshake? Probably not, Dave. You're the lawyer. You tell me.
That's how I'm gonna start greeting you.
I'm not going to shake you back. But then the Marcia and Willa exchange was also funny. She's, oh, look at you. Now that you've married
a long
into the
way.
family. Look at us. That was
Good
a
for
great-
Willa,
Great
man.
comeback.
Good for Willow. I'm pumped for
She's-
Willow.
Yeah, she's in
Pumped for her.
she's in high spirits.
Their honeymoon is him campaigning throughout like swing states or whatever.
That was so depressing.
That's so
that was the most
sad.
depressing part of the entire episode. I really enjoyed when they were talking about maybe potentially slandering Logan's name in order to get some juice behind Kendall and Roman. And the scene ended right before the scene ended. Like you just had Kendall go, "Yeah, maybe because we're at my dad's wake, maybe we shouldn't shit all over my dad." Like, yeah, but
But then he went straight back to Hugo and said, "Go do it."
Dude, Hugo's
The
a
insider
really
trading.
good character, but
dude, Logan
Hugo's trash.
would want him to do this, right?
That was his justification, and I think that's right.
Logan wants the stock price of his company high, even from the afterlife.
Yeah.
I think he would want this, and that's what I hope they do.
Hugo was his daughter that was the insider trading.
Yeah.
Juliet.
Why would you tell him that in that scenario?
I don't know why he told him.
Has anybody ever? Okay, never mind. Just the way he had that conversation with his daughter at the beginning. It's like, dude, you didn't have to put it in those terms. Didn't he say you effed me in the A with a strap on?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to get that specific.
Hopefully he wasn't talking. I guess was he talking to his daughter when he
Yeah,
said
I
that?
think so.
That's terrible.
There's another way to go about that. Like the last part, you don't really need to emphasize
Yeah.
with that. Like the point's been made.
And Tom just trying to latch on to anyone he could. I'm here to serve. Everyone.
Tom's journey going forward will be very fun to watch.
They're soft for ending this season, or ending the show after this season. We need more. I need more than just one season of having someone as an actual successor. And we're not going to get that. Is there any chance for a spinoff?
I was just thinking,
Like a
What would
spinoff
I
would just
wanna
feel
see?
it would feel grosser to me.
I might be into a Connor political spinoff.
What if they do what if they have a spinoff where like Roman is the CEO and they call it like Roman Empire.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty good.
And then suddenly like it's just him. Because they know
Yeah.
Kendall's got other ambitions since he's like such a
Cool.
a method actor at this point. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we can't get him to keep doing this show.
Yeah, Dad would want it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Did
Hey.
you notice the political guy, the guy that was speaking when Connor was watching and called him like a neocon or whatever? Did you recognize him? The guy with the glasses that was giving that like toast to
Yeah, of
you know-
course.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Office Space. He plays what's his face?
Basement guy.
Yeah, Milton or
Milton.
something. Yeah, that's him.
That guy pops up in HBO stuff.
Yeah, he's in a
He's
bunch
made a
of
nice
stuff.
little career.
He took my stapler. That guy.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
that could-
fucking crushed that.
That was
I know,
good.
I
Dude,
know.
you crushed that.
Dude, I know. I'm really good at that
Fucking
kind
A.
of stuff.
Check us out on the stream room.
Did you guys hear about Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippo?
Man, I was hoping that was an ad read.
Hey, I forgot to mention we can talk cocaine hippo here in a sec. Another body dropped in Austin that we might need to touch on.
We don't know
I
the
don't.
details.
Serial killer.
Honestly, I'm good right now.
You want to talk about the serial killer?
We don't know that. It's speculation.
Also, yeah, let's talk about the hippo instead for
All right,
now,
all
instead of
right.
the dead body.
Yeah,
I'm
hippos.
concerned.
Although this hippo, I will say, this hippo doesn't have a happy ending, but hippos in general make me happy.
So how does this hippo do cocaine?
It doesn't do cocaine.
Its nostrils are like on the top of its little snout.
You got to salt bay it
You gotta
into its
drop it-
little
you just
nostril.
drop it in?
It's a very dangerous job.
You guys are familiar with Escobar's hippos, correct? That's
Yeah.
a very well-known thing. He brought a bunch of hippos to Colombia, and now they have a hippo problem in Colombia.
It's an invasive species there.
Well, apparently a hippopotamus, per NBC News, a hippopotamus descended from animals illegally brought to Colombia by the late drug kingpin Pablo Escobar, died in a collision with an SUV on a highway near Escobar's hacienda. Have you guys ever looked up where he spent the last years of his life?
No,
Pretty swag spot.
hacienda. If you're calling your house a hacienda, it's got to be kind of dope.
Yeah, I mean, he had like a soccer field there and shit, and just fucking chill ass little vacation spot.
What's that place in Tulum that you can rent out? It was one of his old like vacation houses.
I don't
You know
know.
what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I always avoided Tulum whenever people talked about it.
It's like you can rent out.
Tulum.
You can go stay in Escobar's old house in Tulum. It's like, oh, sounds kind of cool actually.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's fine until like you start like taking edible and then you think you're haunted.
yeah. You take one single early bird, and then you start being like, "Huh, I'm in Mexico. I'm staying at the ex house of a drug kingpin. Should I not be here right now?"
You gonna try to find some bang bang from someone on the beach?
No. If anything, I'm hoping that
Dave?
I don't have like some like dude dressed in like all black fatigues drop in on like a rope and have night vision on.
It's been a while since he's lived there. I think you're probably safe from that kind of
Or
stuff.
A dude dressed like our guy Raph from
Mhm.
Texas Dives.
Dude, exactly.
That's the kind of guy I want in my dive bar. You know?
Yeah.
She's,
I don't want me in my dive bar.
no,
Look
if
at me.
you walk into my establishment, I'm doing something wrong. No offense.
Am I kind of
That's
surprised how fast does an SUV have to be going in order to kill a hippo?
That SUV is probably jacked up too, because a hippo, as most people know, it's a
Do you think it was
very
like a-
large animal.
Like a Chevy with a lift kit?
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe a dually. Could have been a dually.
Sure. I mean, most SUVs are not dualies; those are trucks, pickup trucks.
Maybe it just had a camper and the person who wrote this story was mistaken.
What do they do with all the cocaine inside of the hippo after it gets hit? Does it just like poof everywhere and like settle in the street?
So it sounded like cocaine.
It's gotta be tough to dispose of a dead hippo.
Can you
Okay.
eat hippo meat?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I'm sure someone's tried it, but
So, well, the first thing that comes up isn't whether or not you can eat hippo. It's can you eat hippo during Lent?
That's a good question. What's the
Okay.
answer?
I mean, I don't know. Despite their bulky bodies, they have strong prey, drive, and easily hunt. I don't know what that sentence means. So people often wonder what might be the taste like, but hippos are commonly eaten in West Africa and sold as an expensive delicacy across northeastern Congo.
Which is why they're. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking about rhino.
Man.
Never mind.
that's a lot of meat. Hippos are very large.
Yeah.
Apparently, it tastes is mild, less than lamb, but more than beef, and is slightly more marbled than usual venison.
Sounds good.
Circling back, more than beef.
I would try hippo one single time.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest meat you've ever eaten?
Snake, probably.
Oh yeah.
I've had rattlesnake at a Brazilian steakhouse in Denver.
I don't know what the most random meat that I've ever had is. I had ostrich once. Is that weird?
Yeah,
It's a bird, though, you know? Bird doesn't seem as weird to me.
it's a flightless bird.
Like birds, eating a bird is. I feel like all birds are generally the same thing to eat.
I get what you're saying.
But I also ate mine at a Mongolian barbecue in a strip mall,
Was it Tons?
and so you could. It was no, but I think it was something very similar.
Tons Mongolian Grill?
And so I don't even like. You could tell me it wasn't even ostrich, and they just had the claim there.
I've had quail, but the most random meat I've had to have been on spring break when I had rattlesnake. I ate rattlesnake once. That's all. It was in Destin adjacent areas.
I thought you were doing a bit.
I did too. You didn't eat rattlesnake.
It's rattling when you don't
How do
when
you
you don't
know?
do a bit when we think you're doing a bit.
You didn't go on spring break and eat rattlesnake.
You don't know what my
that's not
friends
a
and I do.
believable
That's
story.
We're adventurists.
What was the restaurant?
Marty's.
You ate
Oh, yeah.
rattlesnake at Marty's.
I heard
Marty's
Marty's has
spring
really
break.
good. Yeah, I heard they have really good.
Yeah.
Dude,
rattlesnake.
you ate Taco Bell and Whataburger.
Marty's Southern Smokehouse is what it was called, and they had smoked rattlesnake.
I'm gonna look this place up. Sounds good. I'm
It came with a nice au jus.
What is it called? Marty's what?
Southern Smokehouse.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of that.
It's closed now, though.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
There's gotta be
Dude,
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
something
is like
on
you
it.
have to realize I'm old, not quite as old as some.
They
but
didn't
I'm
even
very
want
old.
cancel culture coming after them, so they removed they removed all the information about themselves
They
off
did.
the internet just in case.
They did.
There's a Marty's barbecue in North Carolina. I don't think that's the one.
You got that T-shirt, right? I remember you lost that T-shirt,
Yeah,
but it said I ate the rattlesnake at Marty's.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Was I there?
No, you weren't there.
We went together once,
We not really, but we were in the same. We did end up at the same bar.
and I hazed you.
You did not like hard hazing.
I didn't
but
haze you.
technically hazing, but you did direct me to do something.
I didn't haze you hard enough. Look how you turned out.
You always about to suck for y'all. Yeah, you were right. Turns out
Didn't you make Dave like mow the lawn covered in like baby oil?
I just
I
made
got
him.
very burned that day.
I made him bring me $67 worth of Taco Cabana one night,
It
and
was somebody else.
and
That's-
I didn't pay him back.
that was somebody
At
else.
like 2 a.m. It was sick.
Yep.
Somehow I
Very
even know
cool.
I even know who that was that did that, and like I've never even met this person.
All I
I just
had
I
was-
just know enough about the inner workings of y'all's fraternity at this point.
All I did was eat one taco, and I threw the rest away right in front of his face.
I'd probably
Um,
go into that garbage and take those tacos out if I'm being honest.
Trying to think what other like weird meat I've had. Quail. What?
Quail's
You
not
thought
weird,
that's where
is
I was
it?
going.
Yeah,
Quail's
it's
not
not.
weird.
It's
Like that's
not.
normal.
It's not, but like I had quail made into like we shot quail and they made it into like breakfast sausage patties, and it was fine. But I was like, a lot of work for this.
Quail and dove don't do much for me.
Dove, yeah, I've never been a big dove guy.
And this doesn't taste good.
I just couldn't get over the crying that the doves did before you killed them and ate them.
The fact that
The
they can
doves
make
cry.
chocolate out of those birds,
I've never understood that. Like, what part of the bird did that come from?
I don't. Hey, I don't know if we want to know the answer to that, right?
Also soap, right?
Is it poop?
What
What do you?
the fuck are you talking about?
Dove soap.
That's what we call the brand name.
Yeah, I think the soap's the brand name, but yeah, the chocolates are just made from the bird.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize that. Sorry.
Yeah, so I didn't understand what you were doing there. I just,
Okay.
Oh, it was a nice weather weekend, boys. Pretty
yes,
nice
it
out there.
was.
Pretty
I
nice
agree.
out there.
It
I
was.
had some
Will.
concerns. I had some concerns. It was a little drizzly earlier in the weekend, maybe early Friday. But me personally, I love when the weather starts to warm up. Get in the yard, digging in the garden. It's one of the best parts of spring and Sunday lawn care. They make it easier than ever to enjoy. Sunday is everything you need to get the lawn that you've dreamed of.
I got my Sunday lawn box in a couple weeks ago, and I didn't mention this during my weekend and fun, but yesterday got out one of the bags. It has the nitrogen, the molasses. It's their lawn, care pouch. Popped the hose in, Do the mist. Went out, sprayed the front yard. It's gonna make it look nice and lush. It's very, very easy. They give you like very explicit directions on when to do it, what to do. And they even ask for like a soil test. They'll send you something. You can just send them your soil.
Oh,
They'll be
now
like,
we're talking.
they'll be like, oh, dude, you need to be doing this, this, and this. And then they'll send you the stuff. It's very, very helpful.
This spring, go to getsunday.com/steam and enter your address to get a customized plan created just for your lawn. No trips to the store or hauling heavy bags since they ship straight to your home. And that's just news to everybody, or great news for everybody. You just need a hose to apply Sunday. You can fertilize your whole lawn in less time than it takes to watch an episode of your favorite TV show. And they only use ingredients you can feel good about. No harsh chemicals, no long waiting periods, or trying to keep your kids and pets off the lawn. Simply apply, let it dry, and you're back to enjoying your yard. Sunday's easy and affordable. Some lawn care services cost more than $1,500 a year, but Sunday's full season plans start at just $109. And Sunday's offering our listeners 20% off of that. Full season plans start at just $109, and you can get 20% off when you go to visit getsunday.com/steam at checkout. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/steam. Can we talk burritos for a second?
Yeah, I would love that. What's going on in the burrito world?
What happened? I missed it.
Sometimes when you order food from a place, you can leave special instructions, right? You know, if you want something done, tomatoes on the side or whatever, you can do that. We've been notified about a receipt that details an order, a steak burrito order. Randy, if you may. Got ourselves a steak burrito.
Okay.
Add the good stuff. Not sure what that is. Can go a lot of different directions with that. White rice. They chose 1 scoop of steak for their protein. They add the good stuff again. Pico de gallo, shredded cheese, romaine, sour cream. Special instructions. Now, this is where we really get interesting. I'm going to read this. Extra cheese, in all caps, to you, hardworking guac shop cheese technician. I say this, there are 2 kinds of people in this world. People who take from us and whom consume our energies, and people who come into our lives and leave a positive impact. That is you. Please leave as much shredded cheese as humanly possible inside of this burrito so that I may go quietly into the night with serotonin and dopamine levels that only pharmaceutical medications can rival.
That's a lot of cheese.
How many scoops of cheese is that? What kind of dopamine bump are you getting from that?
I've never gotten a dopamine bump from cheese.
Really?
I do like cheese a lot. You
got
can over cheese though very easily.
It sounds like we might be in danger of over cheesing.
There's an over cheese situation going on.
I never have faith that when I actually put in like handwritten notes, and by handwritten I just mean like the custom notes in these things, I never have any faith that they're actually going to read those and actually accomplish them. So I don't do it. Is that unjust? Should I have more faith in the people reading these receipts?
Probably so.
I just assume that like if they see that, like there's a decent chance they're just going to gloss over it and be like, it's delivered to them. Does it like they're not going to actually complain about this?
Like just say extra cheese. You'll probably get the same amount I was going to give you anyway.
Yeah, can't this guy just pay for like 4 servings of extra cheese, Randy?
I can help you out here. Jimmy John's, we probably miss these special instructions like that like 40% of the time.
So that's a lot.
Something
40.
big like this, like you'd probably see, but like if it says cut in half in the special instructions and out where it's supposed to say cut in half, like we'll probably miss that all the time.
Yeah, I just assume, and that's not me slighting like the workers. That's more me just thinking like these, like you're just grabbing receipts and going. So if there's some special note on it, I just assume you're probably going to miss it more times than not. Why upset myself? This is too much cheese.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where this much cheese would be acceptable. I mean, this is a burrito, right? So it's wrapped up in theory. You're gonna take that first bite and it's just gonna pour out. It's just a lot of cheese.
But is this the only way he can eat his burrito?
That's the question.
That's the question.
Dylan, what? You look perplexed.
No, I just that's a lot of effort to craft a personal or additional instruction.
Was this guy high?
Yes.
Was he smoking? He got two of these, by the way.
Clearly.
He got two of these, by the way.
This guy was on some sticky shit. I
He
know. I
didn't-
noticed that.
He
There's
didn't
two
just
of
want
these.
one. Like he
Oh,
wants two
damn.
of these burritos with all the cheese in it.
Maybe the other one was for his lover.
That's too much gas.
Dude, if you and your lover are eating this much cheese before going to bed, like I got news for you. Those covers are going to smell like toots in the morning.
I want to know where this is from.
Toots.
It's hard to say. I assume that the good stuff is something that actually is like something that they say on the menu for this restaurant.
Gotta be.
Yeah, it gotta
every,
be.
Every item has the good stuff added to it.
Because that's just too much good stuff.
There's
a
so
lot
much
of
good
good
stuff,
stuff.
and it's
Yeah.
just too random. So yeah, it's truly hard to say.
Maybe they were making this for Kenny Chesney.
Ooh, there's the good stuff cold and there's the good stuff hot. You see, if you notice on the,
Which one do you prefer?
I don't know what the good stuff is.
But if you had to choose one, hot or cold?
Cold,
Cold what?
cold, good stuff.
Right.
Okay.
I don't have anything more here, but
No, I don't either.
I hope that this guy got the amount of shredded cheese that he needed in order to enjoy his Mexican food.
It conveniently cuts off. I get maybe he didn't want to disclose his credit card information, but I would like to know if this man tipped and what amount he tipped. Because,
That's another thing. That's a good point. If you make a request like this, you better be prepared to tip.
if you're making me read a paragraph,
Yeah.
I'm going to need at least 20%. Just saying.
Facts.
I get jarred now when I'm at a restaurant or I'm at an establishment that I think should have a tip screen when they don't now. And I'm like, wait. I feel kind of bad that you're not getting the tips that you should be getting. You know that if you just work at this similar place down the street, you could probably be getting tips because they actually have that system with the iPad.
Yeah.
Have you experienced this?
Yeah, or the place that has the tip jar, but not and you're like, dude, like I can't, nobody's cashless society. Do you take Bitcoin? Break you off a little sprinkle? Some coinage?
I thought you were gonna have something to say. On
No,
that.
I
Yeah.
don't.
No,
I don't.
no.
Sorry.
Dylan
Yeah.
can't get past the good stuff over here.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to know what the good stuff is. Before we convene today, can we talk about our good friend Billy McFarland? Dylan, you were writing him letters while he was in prison, and I know that the relationship that you two grew from that is something that you'll never be able to forget.
Yeah. I basically the gist of what I was sending him was like, I still believe in you. Don't let the haters get at you. And if there's a Fyre Fest II, you can expect me to be there.
Didn't you
with,
say
with bells on?
you showed me one of the letters that just said, "Let me be your next Ja Rule."
Yeah. I mean,
Still,
I'm not expecting him to partner with me, as I don't know if I have a lot to bring to the table
influence
in that regard. But you can count on me being there.
You think that would be a downgrade? Because I mean, wasn't he Emrata, Kendall Jenner, one of the Jenners, but now it's just Dorn.
Don't forget Ja.
Ja too,
Yeah.
but Emrata, that was peak Emrata.
Are you saying I'm not at the level that Emrod is at when it comes to influencing?
She's just got a little bit more clout than you, not
Okay.
by a lot. You went. I don't think she has a tweet that went as viral as your D's nuts tweet,
Probably not.
but I think just based on her Instagram performance, I think she's got a little bit more juice.
So we're getting a Fyre Fest too.
He has tweeted, "Fyre Festival 2 is finally happening. Tell me why you should be invited." This was like about a week ago. Should we go? And why should we be invited?
If we got invited, I would be in favor of going because it's kind of like when Chipotle has an E. coli outbreak. The best time to go is immediately
Mhm.
after, because they got their shit together. Like, all right, we can't keep giving our customers diarrhea.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do everything by the book. We cannot screw this up. So this is like his last chance.
There's no way he's gonna fuck it up again, right?
He can't botch it nearly
Yeah.
as bad as last time.
It's like when they say, like, don't get the romaine lettuce at the grocery store, everyone's getting diarrhea and no one can leave their houses. That's when you go get it because you know that they're taking the bad stuff off the shelves right then. So you don't have to
Mhm.
worry about it.
Mhm.
You just got to throw yourself back in. It's the best time.
Yeah. So I think with that in mind, yes, I would go. Will I get invited? Probably not.
I feel like we could get an invite. I feel like we could figure this out. If we need social numbers, we can leverage the Scaries account in order to get an invite for the squad.
That is going to happen. You're gonna go to this through Scaries.
Like Billy, like the DMs are open.
All right, if you get a free ticket, free access, are you going? You have to.
You know what?
Would depend.
Dude, the coverage, like the content you create while
Needs
you're
to
there.
see the lineup.
Yeah.
I don't even.
It
need to
depends
see
on the lineup, man.
I don't need to
Remember,
see the lineup.
Blink was
I'm
supposed
going.
to be on Fyre Fest I.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bands backed out of Fyre Fest 1
Mm-hmm.
when they realized that it was all a sham.
When they saw that sandwich.
The sandwich is what did them in the living conditions.
There's never been a time quite like when the picture of that sandwich first hit Twitter and we all started just looking around like, oh, this could be good. This could be good.
It was an all-time Twitter day.
It was
a fun day.
Like there were certain days in the bullpen at Grand X where you just knew that things were going to be good that day in terms of content, and that was a day that was up there with like the demise of Vine and like stuff like that. Like there was just something palpable going on.
It might be a Mount Rushmore Twitter day, and I know that's a major thing that I just said, but
No. I think I agree with you.
What does anything else jump out as a Mount Rushmore Twitter day? Because I agree.
Vine,
this is
like
there.
You said, the Vine Day was really big.
Vine Day was fun because everybody was just that was like a happy funeral.
Yeah,
The Vine Day.
yeah.
Did somebody like break the site because they embedded like 40 vines on like a column? It was Kurt.
Yeah, I did all the best vines, and
It's a good column.
And it you couldn't load the column because I did so many embeds.
The bandwidth wasn't there. The servers literally were
Micah must have taken the day off because the servers were not iced down.
not iced down. Oh man, that's a good question. I'd like to think about that.
We've done a segment on this before, I think.
Probably have.
At least once every 2 months, like something will pop up. Be like, dude, that was such a fun day at the office.
We've also done a segment on like events throughout history that Twitter wasn't around for that would have been huge, like OJ evading the police, for example.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a mega day.
JT halftime show with Janet Jackson would have been an outrageous time to be on Twitter.
Was Twitter not around? I don't remember what year that was.
It was like 2004.
Oh yeah, that was
2005.
Yeah, dog. I was talking on MSN Messenger to baddies left and right. Like
He was talking to baddies.
You're
What were
like,
you
did
doing?
you see that? Did you see that ish?
No,
Dylan was writing
missed
letters
it
to
completely.
baddies.
Mm-hmm.
Missed it completely.
All right, man.
Good stuff. Power Pack show.
He did tweet it in my least favorite Twitter exchange, maybe of all time. McFarland tagged Elon Musk and said, "But Elon Musk, Fyre 3 definitely needs to be in space."
I'm
Jesus.
not going.
Oh my god.
For that reason, we might have to be out. We might have to be out.
I don't think the logistics are there. The tech's certainly not there.
Can you imagine if your fucking spacecraft landed and you looked around and you were like, "Oh shit, the camping here is not great. Where am I gonna fucking sleep?"
These are the moon pies.
It's like, dude, these moon pies looks like shit. I'm gonna tweet them.
They don't even have Mars.
Do they even have
bars.
service up there? How would you get service?
Space Link?
How would you post Instagram stories from Fyre Fest 3 in space?
It's a great question.
You just have to run a router up there. Get a long cable. You can get it. Get the right guys out there.
You got a long cable guy?
Yeah, I got a couple subs I can call. Help me with that project out around Denison Way.
I've got a friend who needs some help out at Pecos Way.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
tell them to contact me.
Wow.
Contact me or the guy next door to our old office. That guy knows how to. That guy knows how to direct the subs.
You'll get him in line real quick.
I will. Won't be pleasant, but
All right.
Well, I'm going to direct our subs over to patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast for tomorrow, where we'll be doing exactly 5 minutes. Keep an eye out. We'll see you guys then.
Bye.